Hi guys and welcome back. So in today's video I'm going to be turning a bar of solid soap into liquid soap that can be used in a dispenser like this for shower gel. But before we get started, if you would like to learn more about how to live without plastic, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. So the process of turning a solid bar of soap into liquid soap is very straightforward, but it does take a little bit of time. So what we are going to do is we're going to first weigh our soap. So this soap weighs 7 ounces, and for each ounce of soap we're going to use 250 milliliters, which is 1 cup of water. So for a 7 ounce bar of soap like this, we'll be using basically 1.75 litres of water. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use only a litre of water to begin with, and then once it's set overnight then I will add the extra water to thin it down to the point where I'm actually going to bottle it up. For this project we will need a set of weight scales and a measuring jug, our bar of soap and our final dispenser. You could use any container. You will also need a big pan to melt your soap in and dissolve it in the water. And finally you're going to need a container to put it in. So I'm going to repurpose one of these orange squash bottles that we get. So this is 3 litres and I'm expecting to make just shy of 2 litres worth of liquid soap. And obviously we won't fill this container with all of that soap, so the rest of it is going to go in here, and we'll keep this topped up from the large bottle. So the first step is going to be to grate our bar of soap into our large pan. So here you can see I've grated the entire bar of soap into my large pan. This is time consuming, but it's not hard, it's soft soap, it's like grating cheese. But if you have an electric grating setting on your food processor, you could do that, or alternatively you could just cut it with a knife into small enough chunks that it would dissolve easily in the hot water. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure out from the kettle. This is 1 litre of boiling water, so I've got 7 ounces of this, so theoretically I could have up to 1.75 litres of water, but I'm going to start off on the very conservative side and add more in the morning if I feel it necessary. So I'm simply going to stir this now. So as you can see there, it has dissolved fully and it's now just a white liquid. There's no lumps in it. There is some froth on the top, but if you manage to get it without the bubbles, you can see that it is there's no lumps left, so that's completely dissolved. So now I'm going to leave this overnight and it will cool down and it will start to set and solidify into a more gooey liquid soap. I'm hoping that it will solidify quite a lot, and then I can add more water into it to get it down to the consistency that you would buy a regular body wash or hand soap in, and at that point I will then bottle it up. So we'll come back and catch up with this in the morning. So as you can see, this is really solidified, very solid. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use my electric cake mixer, and I'm going to whisk this up and add another 750 milliliters of boiling water, and then I'm going to leave it today and come back tonight and see if it is the right consistency then. So this is why I added less water in the first place, is because it's hard to tell how it's going to thicken up. So if it goes too thick like this, it's easy to add more water. If it goes too runny, then it's more complicated. You have to add glycerin and things like that to thicken it up. So this is why we did it this way around. So as you can see, this has thickened again and is now a sort of marshmallowy consistency. So there's some foam on the top that's been really thoroughly whisked, and then underneath it's all pretty much the same foamy marshmallowy type consistency. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this another blend with the cake mixer, and then I'm going to funnel it into my reused 3 litre bottle here. So if you can see now the consistency of this, it's very whipped and fluffy, and it's sort of like egg whites. It's very gloopy.